The 3-day thematic meeting for North and Western Africa on ozone depleting substances ODS banks and certification scheme, hosted by the Federal Ministry of Environment, Nigeria, through the National Ozone Office in collaboration with UNEP Ozone Action Compliance Assistance Program (CAP), held in Abuja.
This is the sub-regional workshop for West Africa and Northern Africa. So we've invited the ozone officers and the refrigeration and the air conditioning technicians. So we'll be discussing two issues. ODS banks. All these projects, they have a project where they are assessing and doing the surveys at national level to find the extent of the unwanted or waste ODS banks, so that it can inform the management how you can manage once you know the quantities that are there. But secondly, we are doing certification schemes. We want the technicians to be certified. When they are handling your equipment, you should know that this technician is well trained and well conversant with what is happening around. So I know in other countries they have gone far in establishing these certification schemes. Others are just starting. So the whole idea is to share experience, recommend, find out which countries are doing well, and others should follow what they are doing. So it's basically a change of experience and learning sessions between the countries. So overall, at the end of the day, we want to go back with best practices that are happening in these countries.
Day one of the meeting was flagged off by welcome remarks from the Director, Pollution Control, Federal Ministry of Environment, Dr. Bahijatu Hadiza Abubakar, who in her speech reiterated the significance of the meeting and its importance for ozone officers and technical experts.
Distinguished delegates, the significance of this meeting cannot be overemphasized, as it provides an important platform for ozone officers and technical experts to share knowledge and exchange experiences, deliberate on strategies for the sound management of ODS banks and the development of effective certification scheme for the refrigeration and air conditioning technicians, and as well as strengthen regional cooperation. Therefore, I urge all participants to actively engage in the deliberations over the next few days and contribute meaningfully towards achieving practical and impactful outcomes that will strengthen the implementation of the Montreal Protocol.
In his opening statements, the Montreal Protocol Regional Coordinator, Anglophone Network, Mr. Patrick Salifu, welcomed everyone, recognizing Nigeria's immense support and partnership. He also pointed to the importance of working together by all African countries towards achieving a common goal. He recognized the efforts of all national ozone units, their hard work and dedication to duty.
First and foremost, allow me to sincerely thank the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, especially the Federal Minister of Environment, for hosting us and for the warm hospitality already extended to all delegates. Nigeria has continued to demonstrate strong leadership and commitment to the implementation of the Montreal Protocol and the Kigali Amendment, and we are very grateful for this partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, meetings like this are important, not only because of the technical discussions we will have, but because they remind us that we are part of a larger community working together for a common goal. How we manage used refrigerants, how we support technicians, how we strengthen certification schemes, and how we prevent emissions and illegal trade, all they directly affect our ability to protect the ozone layer and also the climate change.
The Minister, Federal Ministry of Environment, Nigeria, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary, Salihu Aminu Usman, in his speech stated that the meeting is both timely and significant and coincides with global efforts at mitigating ozone layer depletion. He also stated that collective action guided by science and supported by strong partnerships can produce viable environmental outcomes. He further reiterated Nigeria's resolve towards implementing the Montreal Protocol.
Today's gathering is both timely and significant. It comes at a period when the global community is intensifying efforts not solely to protect the ozone layer, but also to address the climate change, improve energy efficiency, and accelerate sustainable development. The Montreal Protocol remains one of the most successful multilateral environmental agreements in history, demonstrating that collective action guided by science and supported by strong partnerships can produce remarkable environmental outcomes.
Participants then shared their expectations for the three-day event. John Mawenda of Ghana presented ODS Bank Survey and Reporting, a case of Malawi, highlighting management strategies, financing mechanism, collection systems, and infrastructure development, amongst others. Some definitions of terminologies were given in the course of the meeting so that participants can appreciate where the definitions or terminologies stem from. This was done by Herbert Bingpong from Ghana. The business model was also highlighted during the presentation, with different types of business models broken down by the presenter. Some countries then took turns to report on their ODS Bank Survey, starting with Nigeria. Nigeria highlighted on its Ozone Village. The Reclamation Center was also mentioned with a showcase of its recovery units. Policy and institutional gaps were also highlighted during Nigeria's presentation.
So for us in Nigeria, we have the regulations, we have the policies. The problem is weak implementation. Enforcement is weak. So that's our gap.
Nigeria has made significant progress in the implementation and management of ODS waste in the country.
So in conclusion, we have made significant progress in the project implementation. As I mentioned, the inventory has been done. We have estimated the waste bank. So what next is to strengthen our enforcement capability to be able to manage this ODS waste. Thank you so much.
Gambia, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Egypt, Liberia, and Sudan also made presentations. The summary of the ODS Bank's management was then given by Herbert Bingpong from Ghana. Closing remarks were given by Engineer Idris Abdullahi, Director, National Ozone Office, Nigeria.
So, as you go back to your hotel, if there's anything you want, just follow us. Yeah. So, yeah, follow us. So, they say all play without, all work without play makes a jack a dog, but play safe.
It was indeed a remarkable day one as participants looked forward to the day two of the meeting.